The night had been one desperate situation after another.
Okay,
I was
this should be good.
exhausted, and my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you. And I'm back to my regularly scheduled Streamlabs. Because I was testing out Twitch's studio and I don't think I actually like it. Alright, Sound Tech, do your thing.
On more than one occasion, Alice had tried
Let me
to
know how this
explain to
sounds.
me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign.
Perfect.
For her, things
Alright.
changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign. And nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now.
But knowing me, with the way that my life has been going, now that everything on this is working, something's about to go on fire. So, here's to hoping it doesn't. Oh, it's a plane. Very much appreciated.
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
Deplane, deplane. Stupid real games with stupid real physics. Jump like a video game hero. I know, it's the worst. And I have been playing Control again, just to like get myself up to the Alan Wake stuff. And it's like, it's so funny going back to this, because I'm like, stupid real world physics working in this game compared to that one. But that makes it scary. That's what makes all these types of games scary. Are there any more of those? I got him. Okay, bye. Oh, yeah. I plan on playing some like old school horror games for the month of October, and I started testing out Silent Hill 1 again, and that game is awful looking, but it's scary because of how hard it is to control, and I forgot about that. It's all about the slow dread. Where am I going? Oh, this doesn't look like a boss arena or anything. Why? There's a light here. Oh, this lantern does nothing. Where? Where? Ah! Ow! I keep pressing the wrong button. Oops. Yep, I only been playing it on Sundays, and because of the issues I was having with my internet, I took a little break. So I'm still right where I left off last time. Nice, Alan. So as I said, I try to put most of my time into games from consoles up to like 360 and PlayStation 2 and 3 on stream. But I like to play the older stuff. Off stream, I've been playing Control, Persona 5 Royal, and I just finished Xenoblade Chronicles. So I try to play, you know, some of the more modern stuff for myself. Wait. But I like a lot of the AAA games that have been coming out now that everything's going back to like a more, you know, story-oriented focus. Oh, that's why my controls are a little floaty today. Yeah, I play so many games, and I'm not the best at finishing them all, so I'm actually, part of me's going back and, you know, replaying some classics, and also trying to finish games that I have in my back catalog for years. Other times of lost causes. Yeah, right. I'm the same boat. That's why I figured play them on stream, because then it holds me accountable if people are watching to actually finish it. Okay. I'll take those flares since I've been wasting flashlights. Uncharted was one of those series for me. I beat the first game. Like, I played it, and then I, like, marathoned the first game and beat it in a day. Then beat Uncharted 2, and it took me a little bit longer, and then I think I got burnt out because I tried to play them all back-to-back, and played the third one, and I was like, alright, I need a break from this series. And then I never went back. I would love to finish that series. I also did that with The Last of Us, though. Like, same thing. I played through half of The Last of Us and was like, I'll come back to you. I get it. It's hard. Same. Like, it's just a puzzle game that tries to be a shooter. The darkness wears her face. Okay.
Be aware of Widowmakers.
Okay. Yeah, everyone tells me that, and I did like The Last of Us. It's not that I didn't like it. I just feel like that game is a different type of investment to me. That when I play so many games, it's hard for me to focus on that. And I should, because I loved it, and I hear wonderful things about... Well, wonderfully all over the place things about the second one. I'll take that back. Let me tell you, I'm all for a story that's divisive. Well, this is a Scream fight again. Alright, let's do this. It's good to know. What?
Logging is a hazardous occupation.
Oh, Lord. Any other games you're currently playing? My God, I get it. You're tired, Alan. Me too. I just hit 1,000 views. Woo!
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They call Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What am I, crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
Very much appreciated. Once the pre-patch hits, I'm all over WoW again. I'm not good at WoW. I'll say that off the bat, but I enjoy playing it.
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods.
I played on and off for years. Finally started to get back into it. With the extended time off I had, I brought 4 characters to max level finally, and actually completed the story for once, which is a first. I'm more of a Final Fantasy XIV guy though, if I haven't talked about Final Fantasy enough. But I like me some MMOs just one at a time. And there's nothing wrong with being a noob. I'm still a noob. And when I play with other people, like friends, I'm much more of a, let's just say a chaotic neutral. I want to complete the goal, but I'm going to do it my own way.
I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus.
Huh.
I had to find the key to the garage.
Yeah, I hear you. Oh, for sure. MMOs are like a completely different experience in gaming.
I needed the garage key to get to the car.
Yeah, I hear you. Gotcha.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story
Oh,
is
then you're in for a
beast with
treat.
life
WoW's
of
a
its
good
own.
one to
You can create it,
start
shape
with.
it,
Its
but as
endgame
the
can be a
story
little
goes, it
harsh
starts
and
to follow
chaotic,
things of
but
its own. Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing.
it rewards
The
you very
characters
well
have to be
for
true to
doing
themselves.
things.
The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
And yourself.
Like, are you not concerned about that happening, Alan? That you're, like, hearing yourself? Why are there no stalls in the women's room? What? Oh, I forgot there were driving segments in this. Ugh. Off-roading. Whee! Ow. Okay. Whoa. Wait, so what's the point? Does that get harder in Must? Okay. Now, why am I stuck? What am I stuck on? Excuse me, beep beep, this is not how I drive in real life. It might be how I drive in real life. This might be how I drive in real life. Yeah, buddy. Woo! You should see me play Grand Theft Auto. Do I not go this way? No, because why would you be able to push other cars? Well, we're gonna have some fun. Whee! Didn't know where I was going, so we're gonna figure that out again. Oh, nice jump. You're too nice for a game like that. Oh god, this has like weird tank control feelings, and I don't understand why. Alright, I'm supposed to go this way, right? No. Why am I so confused here? No, get back in. What are you doing, Alex? Alright. really funny, actually. Oh, because I'm where I should be right now. Nope. Alright, where am I going? Beep beep, have a nice day. I'm going to kill somebody. Am I not going the right way? I like these weird driving segments that are like, hey, it might be an open world game and it feels like one, but it's not because of
The flare
constraints.
gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
Ow. Ow. Ah! Aw. I don't know, different games, different feels. So when I play Grand Theft Auto, I'm like, yeah, let's drive over everybody, let's do this. Because that's what I'm playing that game for. But when I play something like Mass Effect, or anything that has like a moral agenda, or like The Witcher, I'm the worst at The Witcher because I know he's supposed to be all about himself, and I'm like, no, I don't need the money.
It was the kidnapper.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife?
Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
Ew, rude.
I don't... Listen. Listen. I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week.
Not done?
I need a week.
2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby. You can find it easy, city boy. The main building, there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me?
Yes, I get you.
Same. So the first time I played it, I played knowing the system a little bit, so I was like, I want to save everyone. And I played the first one, and I was like, I did everything good, I did everything right. Played the second one, and me and my roommate played it when it came out, and he's like, oh my god, half the crew's dead. And I was like, what are you talking about? I saved them all. He's like, what are you talking about? So by 3, we had wildly different play experiences for the third game.
Barry had talked about birds over the phone.
Yeah, the second time I've tried to play through Mass Effect, I tried to play under my own morals and not just trying to do like the right thing to make it more of a soap opera, and I still feel like I'm like, no, you don't need to reward me, you don't need to do all this stuff for me, and I'm like, I'm goody two-shoes when it comes to that. I think I'm bad, but I'm not. Or a badass.
Ow! Ow! I am so glad you're here. A couple of them got in here before I blocked the chimney. This isn't normal.
These birds are weird.
Caden. 100% Caden. Every time. Ashley's voice actor annoys me.
Ow, make them go away, please.
Yeah, I can't stand her either, and I don't understand people's fascination with her. She's not a good character. She's not even like a well-written character. Ow! Ow! What was that?
You can open the door now. They're gone.
Yeah, people definitely dig Ashley, and I can't understand it. Caden is just more fun. Hi, Barry.
Hey, Al. I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript.
Did you have a consistent
I
love
had to try
interest
to
throughout
write
the
him one to
game,
get
or
Alice back.
were you a player?
For me, the supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction. Now, it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
Yeah, and that was like a major ramification in that game that like resonated throughout all three, which was awesome. But I think people expected a lot more when it
Barry
came to
Wheeler
that.
speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them? I live in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour.
Bye now.
See you soon.
Oh, that sounds
Have a
good.
great day. Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the old
dear diner.
Good girl.
Ah! Ah! I can't play that music. I didn't realize that was happening. No, let me skip it. Options, actually.
Previously
Yeah.
on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alice, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her.
You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph.
This would have been an
I'm the
interesting
manager.
horror game.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
First
I'm Alan
playthrough,
Wake.
it was
The writer,
Liara,
huh? I heard on the radio you were
and then
busy. Well, I'll show you her trailer.
Tali.
Rose, she's a nice girl.
When I realized I could have
Always
Tali, I
pays
was like,
around.
Liara who?
As I was
Um,
saying, Al, I found
And then by the
all
third
sorts
game,
of
when I
weird
realized
stuff
I
from
could
the local
romance
newspapers
Kaden, I was like,
archives.
yeah!
This place
Kaden!
is crazy.
Woo! Best buds!
Experiences, mysterious deaths.
I ended up
urban
with
legends
the-
come true, and get this.
The ground pilot,
most
the one
of
who
this
takes
stuff
you on
takes
all the
place around
missions.
Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort.
My Commander
Yeah,
Shepard was a
okay.
little bit of a player.
Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy
But
called
everyone loved him,
Thomas
so-
Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer.
Who
When I ran a
knows?
bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote.
Maybe this
Zane
time around
was
it'll be
heavily into
Kaden.
diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Yeah, it was interesting, and then I felt bad for him, and I was like, you're so sweet, I'm gonna... whatever.
Come on, mister.
Because his husband
I'll
had been
take you
killed
to
in
Rose's
action.
trailer.
I don't know, man. People give too much hate to 3, because, yeah, the ending was kind of but,
Just follow me. It's not
man,
far.
it felt like my choices really resonated through that game. It was Ricardo, I think. Got some hidden manuscript pages for me in this trailer park?
Listen, I got things to do. This place don't run itself.
Yeah, I get you, but you have to have some hidden stuff here.
Oh, give me a break, mister. Can we just get a move on?
Oh, that's a nice Ford. I'm mad they wouldn't let you romance Freddie Prinze Jr.'s character as male Shepherd.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Damn lucky. Ha! I knew there would be a hidden item somewhere. Yeah, I left poor Kaden in the dust. We had our almost romantic moment, and I was like, no. Shuttle pilot. For sure. Like, I'm all about the more representation thing, but I get that sometimes it doesn't always work with the story.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag. Comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
This is an oddly designed trailer park. Why are we going to garbages? Hold on. Yeah, and I get that, but then they also give, you know, the gay options sometimes, and I kind of don't like them all the time, because I'm like, eh. Like, they don't flesh them out enough, you know? That's why something like Ricardo was interesting to me. Yes. Oh my god, what is his name? The one from Inquisition. He was such a good option. It's super fleshed out and just super funny. But generally their options are pretty good.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
There were so many, and that's what's good about that game. There's just so many people and so many good characters.
Good.
It's hard to keep track of
Rose.
them all.
Yes,
My manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
Bull was a good one. Bull was funny. I loved him. But there was the mage, too, who was really good. Just a well-done character in general.
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Ugh, creepy real Al.
To work, boy.
Dorian! I loved him.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
Excuse me?
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
They, I guess they showed images for the next one, and he's showing up in some of the images, which I'm super excited about. I can't get over this. Like, this is so amazingly well done of, like, fanboying over somebody. Especially for a video game. It's creepy. Alright, let's go.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
Poor Rose.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day. Come back soon.
Also, she has a diner seat in her house, in her trailer. What? Her life is Alan and the diner. That's actually weirder than what's happening, I feel like. But she got some fresh fruit. Bye, Barry. Hope you don't die.
My gun and flashlight were gone.
Of course
I had
they
to
were.
find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
Knock over your chairs. Let's go. Oh, are we getting that Ford that I noticed? Hell yeah. Pray to Alan. Always Alan. Always Alan.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM. Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder. What's on your mind, Walt? Well, I ain't the way you are, but, well, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been drinking either, you know? I just... Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt. I had a, argument with Danny. You know Danny, and, then I got in trouble with the law, you know, and, I'm just, well... I heard something like that, Walt. Yeah, well, you know, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me out on bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, you know, waiting. Man, and there's something in the air tonight, man. I was just outside looking up at the sky.
I turned on the lights for him, though.
We're thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt? I don't know. You know, something's gonna happen. You know, I think I better go. Well, Walt, maybe... No, thanks, Pat. Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
Nope, music. Bye. Turn off. What Control does really well is there's actually a streamer mode, so it doesn't play any licensed songs. Like, I know I'm not big or anything, but it's a good habit to get into, to walk away from music like that. Give me that Prius. Oh, it's not a Prius.
Oh, you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Spillane!
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Get after him! Don't let him get away! Move it! Move it! Move it! I'll have your shot if you let him get away!
Run away from the police. Get stuck in this branch. Yeah, I was like, good on them for knowing that. I'm not gonna lie, this game was like a cinematic masterpiece. Underrated. Ah!
Which way did he go? Okay, man. Keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here. This way.
Oh,
Wait,
damn.
I see Wade. Fan out. Oh, damn it. Right there.
Ow.
God damn it. Where did he go?
That was a crack shot. Well, because it's good advertising for them. But then there are like huge implications. I think that's why you're not seeing as much licensed music in games anymore. Because this is like huge advertising for people, but then streamers are getting slammed on YouTube and all these other channels for it.
He's gone. Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
So I think they're trying to think about how to still monetize the streamer while monetizing themselves. The games just have to go back to shit. The old days of making their own music, man. And not licensing stuff! Oh, for sure. Yeah, they have to mute it, or they have to put on their own music, which is unlicensed. Alright, we just check. Wait, is there something here? Yeah, now that I think about it, I haven't seen many, like... Tony Hawk clips. Huh. That's another game I kind of want to play as like an indulgence game. And I don't know if I can play it on... well, obviously that, but like I don't know if I can play it on stream more because... it's not a classic game, even though it is a classic game. Though I'd love to show people how awful my Ollie is. Don't take that out of context. Excuse you, stop shooting at me.
Search the area. Stay sharp. This way. Over here.
Same. Well, FBI, this is what you get. I'm not good at it, but I always enjoyed that game.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
You're taking this death really well, but I guess as a writer you have to. God, this makes me want to play like Metal Gear on stream. The more I think about this, the whole series. Oh God. Did that helicopter just get taken down? What, you can't do some sick moves on your skateboard? Do I sound like a... Hey kids! You want to see a sick ollie? Doesn't make me sound like a creep of an adult. Oh, bye, helicopter. I never played 1. I think that's what's very bizarre. Is I played 2 and beat it and loved it. I guess because I didn't play 1, I didn't get the hate for Raiden. Played Snake Eater, never beat it. I never beat any of the rest, but I played them all. Like, so I probably should go back and play them in order.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what are you... Come on.
Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, you know what I mean. Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh yeah, I'll bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Oh, for sure. 2 I loved for the craziness of its ending. Like...
I could see the lights of the radio station in the distance.
Is that where I'm going? The radio station? again, games I should play on stream so I can get fair due. Yeah, it was super confusing.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
Jesus.
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without light.
I am one of those people because I didn't understand. I knew like the memes about Metal Gear Solid at that point from like, you know, the old days of like Albino Black Sheep and stuff like that. But I never really understood it. So when I played 2, I was like, oh, it's just like an action game that's like super weird and super strange. And then I got to the point in the end where it told me game over, and I was like, what did I do wrong? So I reset it. Not once, but twice, until I realized I had to play through it. And I felt like
There
a
was no power to the
complete jerk.
searchlight.
But the whole ending where it's screaming at you to turn off the game and all that stuff, I was like, alright, I will.
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
Naivety. Straight up naivety. Oh, the gate. No, at this point, I know how to play one like the back of my hand because of memes I've seen and like Eagle Raptor on Newgrounds and Game Grumps and stuff like that. Like I know how to play that game like the back of my hand, unfortunately. But I would still love to play it just to get the experience of it. Is it Psycho Mantis? It's Psycho Mantis. It's too far gone. Like that's one of those games. That's one of those PlayStation 1 games where it's just like I can't be mad about spoilers. Oh, so the game finally was like, shut up, you don't get it. Perfect. That's the type of game I need. I know 3 has a boss like that too, where the game doesn't really implicitly tell you how to beat it.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Hell yeah, they are.
Team 1, this is Sheriff Breaker. Report, over.
Yeah. So, there's a really good series of videos from Eagle Raptor, Aaron Hansen from Game Grumps, and where he just, you can tell his appreciation for the game, but also his frustration with how like gotcha it was. And it spoils so many things, and so I knew all of that stuff. But I like Hideo Kojima's games. But I'm always off the beaten path when it comes to this stuff. Like, I love Zone of the Enders, and I also love Death Stranding. Death Stranding might be one of my favorite modern games I've ever played. And people hate it. Like, actually hate it. It's so good. But, okay. I need to stop playing for a second, and I will talk directly to you, since I have a laptop on the left. So, Death Stranding. It was a bizarre game because of the multiplayer factor. That I haven't played it in so long, I'm not entirely sure how it works anymore. And I think that was a part of it. It's like a social media game. And it's a walking simulator. But what it is there is a persistent multiplayer aspect to it. You don't meet anybody else, and you don't see anybody else. But you collect lights, which are basically experience points from other people based on what you do. Because as you place things in the world, like a ladder, or a bridge, or like help build a bridge, or help build all this stuff, that helps you. It ends up in other people's games. I don't even know how their multiplayer servers work for this. So the more people that are playing, and the more people that are helping, the easier the game is. Because you're picking up where other couriers left off. And it's fascinating. So I played right when it came out, so there were like so many structures and so many buildings, but they all deteriorate. So I'm fascinated because I'd love to get back into it, and I actually thought about buying it for PC again. Just because there's as much the walking simulator and playing the story and doing your own thing as it is about feeling gratification for helping somebody else get through the game as easy as you had it. And it's super, super fascinating. And that's what I think a lot of people don't talk about, or a lot of people don't acknowledge. It's as much based on you as it is how you contribute to this game society and game world to help other players. Now that people aren't playing it as much, I'm fascinated to see how hard it gets. Because you can't actually friend anybody. So you're playing on the whims and mercies of other people playing and upkeeping this world. So, that's my rant about that game. Because I think a lot of people don't really talk about that aspect of it. That it's a persistent multiplayer. If it goes on sale, I'll probably buy it again for PC just so I can start helping people again. Because I had fun with that. It's why I like Metacritic and the internet, I feel like destroys things sometimes, because you don't see the value of these games and like what they're actually trying to do. Yeah, it's interesting, and people don't talk about that because they were too mad. They were too mad it wasn't another Metal Gear, and they were too mad that it was so different from the rest of the games. It wasn't that different from Metal Gear Solid 4. It was just a lot slower and a lot more realistic. But it was fascinating. It was fascinating that I got through that game based on the help of strangers. So, that's my rant about how much I love Death Stranding. You're welcome, Internet. Screw you, Metacritic. Did you like how animated I got about that? It's fun. And it's got its moments of tension and like scary stuff and high tension, but at the same time, it's a very relaxing game in the respect of you're just a courier doing your thing in this world. It's one of those games that, as somebody who would like to write a story and like write a game eventually and even develop one, it's just such a different concept. Like, he was right. Hideo Kojima was right that he created something brand new in that, but it got lost on a lot of people, which is sad. Anyway, speaking of getting lost, let's go! Ow! Knife to the back, man. Are you serious? Where did you come from? Oh my god, I don't actually have a weapon. I didn't realize that. Oops, wasn't paying attention. Which one's the right button? First one. For sure. Woo! And it's very annoying that most of those games are coming off of, like, instantaneous reactions. Ugh. Oh my god! This is the worst way to showcase this weapon. Ugh. I forgot about that. Get F'd. Okay.
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine. It's Milt Peabody, Pat. What's on your mind, Milt? Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there. Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know? I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots. Gunshots? Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
That would be me.
They're still shooting? No, it was maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party. Well, I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt. Okay. You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them. Okay, thanks.
Ah! Music. Batteries. Not only would that be me, but that would be me, and then the next day at work, I'd be like, yeah! And then there was a shootout. Pew pew! Yeah, that's why I don't trust those reviews, because they get bombed, and people do that sort of stuff, and it's just... There are a lot of good games out there, and there's a lot of good storytelling, but... The masses don't want the same storytelling as... Oh, God. Alright. Can't be, like, honest and real right now. Nope. Nope. Yeah, but it doesn't make these games not good. Ah. Oh god, this is gonna keep happening. Bye. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I didn't mean to throw it too. Oops. I know, I'm getting there. Huh. Huh. Where am I going? Sorry for the sound effects, but if pew pew is any indication, that's how I deal with game anxiety. Haha! Bye. appreciate that I can hear them coming. Ooh, that was actually real cinematic, and I'm okay with that. Let me in! Okay.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
I might have to clip that one, because that was a good dodge. Pat me on the back. Heck yeah. Okay, rude.
Well,
Let the trash sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna.
Music! Whatever. I'm not a big enough streamer. I don't think anyone's gonna care. Not yet. Please, Pat, help me.
Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in, folks. I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake.
Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt.
That's a timely reference.
Well, everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Jesus.
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
Go fuck
I had
yourself.
fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
How do you know where the train depot is? Oh, probably because it's right in front of your face. Sure. This might go on for 2 hours today. That's the plan. More manuscripts, please. Hello, train. No! I hate that sound. Die! Okay. Generator, please. Ooh. Just a conveniently placed gun. Let's go. Bye. When I have to do two things at once. perfectly timed dodges are not what they should be. Notice how I got super serious? Because now I'm like sitting forward.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Really? That's very pretentious of you, Alan Wake. Oh, that's right. They drain. I feel that on a different level. When I'm scared, I do that. I'm like, ah! When I try to make people believe I'm not scared or tense. You can see because my legs are in the middle of my chest. But I'm like, no, I'm fine. We're good. Oh my god, there's a lot! Ow. Remember those perfectly timed dodges? They're not happening right now. Alright, let's go. We're dead. That's what I get. I like playing horror games. There is no shame in my horror game. Oh, I'm glad I got back here. So I got. You can't be serious. Okay. Nope, we're doing shotgun again. Ah! Get all you freaks together. Ah! Yeah. What now? Good. You like that? I know, like, in video game logic, he's killed so many people. That's why I like Uncharted 2, because he's like so cocky and you're like, oh, I love you, you're such a good character, and you're like, you've murdered so many people. Give me that thermos and let's go. Onwards to light! Yeah, especially when he's talking to his girlfriend. He's like, "You like that?" And she's like, "Yeah, I love you." And it's just like, you're both psychotic. Tomb Raider's like that too, though. Which, also a game series I might be playing on all of this, is the original Tomb Raider series. If you want to talk about tank controls, ooh boy! Alright. It's good. It's just, it's...
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan, I'm so afraid. He keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
Tomb Raider is an excellent game, but it's another one of those, it's a puzzle game with shooting mechanics that aren't the best.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead, and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Oh, nice. Nope. Ah. Give me no light. Ow, ow, ow. I don't want to waste bullets. No. Alright, fine. Alright, let's heal and I'll go back. I do. I actually, as I said, the internet issue was a bigger, longer thing than I expected. Thank you for bringing it up, and I appreciate it. It is something that's going to be fixed, because I am switching providers to make sure that that is something that's fixed. I'm watching my stream and I can see it a little bit. Yeah, the provider I have is not the greatest. but I at least needed to get it manageable for now. So I apologize. Oh, I remember this.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
No, I'm aware of it, and it's something that's hopefully going to be taken care of soon. Ow. Oh, are you kidding? That didn't checkpoint back there? If I want to pursue this a little better, I probably should be doing it right. So I figured I'd get better internet.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Alright, so I need all those flares. God damn it. Are you serious? Both of you? Yeah, it's been weird. I just don't... As I said, I had some other issues with my provider, but I also don't know if it's because their bandwidths are just a little crazy with everything that's going on and the amount of people that are online doing stuff. But I found a smaller provider that uses fiber optic and does better. So especially if I'm going to be moving a lot of my stuff to doing online in general, I wanted something good and comparable for what I need.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Why is that so hard? Are you serious? I dropped too many flares at once, I think is what happened there. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, was it like that on hard mode too? Because I thought they might have taken batteries away.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Alright, go to that back wall. Drop one here. Drop one right here. Oh. Ow. Oh my god. Why? Are you serious? I'm trying this with one flare, and then I might actually recuperate and call it quits for now. But I've gotten almost a 2-hour stream, which means the service is better than it was before. Not the best, but better.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
I'm gonna be blocked, right? That was new. Alright, so I need that crap. Oh boy. Yeah, right? New ways to die. Get the rest of those bullets. Interesting. That's the word. I know. I'm being ridiculous with this. But I vaguely remember this part when I was younger because I feel like I had to do this multiple times too with the same thought of like, what is going on?
Was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Definitely because I'm being impatient. Like, there's no other... There's no doubt about that. There we go. I was 100% being impatient on that one. Alright. Checkpoint reached, at least. Yeah, right. That was my first try.
As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Alright, I think this is where I'm going to call this quits. I might come back later with a little Mega Man, because I haven't played that in a while, but even though some frame rate drops, so far so good. Again, thanks for being my troubleshooter and technician, and I will see you soon.